Hi everyone, it is the 12th of October 2014 and I wanted to do a flashlight unboxing review, small review. I have a couple of criteria for a new flashlight and they were, number one, that it should have a very good quality high output. Number two, it should not use CR123 batteries because they are very difficult to find. I currently live in Manhattan and in London. But I do get to travel to, not for work, but on a personal basis, to Europe and further afield. So getting hold of CR123 batteries is excruciatingly difficult and very expensive. Yes, they have a very good long life, and yes, they generally don't leak really quickly, and they work in good conditions and so on. But they are very difficult to find and really expensive. Currently in the UK, they are about £9.50 or something for a set of two, and generally you need two. So it's very expensive, and so that was one of the reasons I wanted a standard battery flashlight. So I was speaking to a couple of people and someone recommended I have a look at this brand, which is the LED Lenser or LED Lenser brand, and I believe he actually EDCs one of them from the series. So I went to a shop in London. It's a shop that's pretty much everywhere in England, but I went, because I live in London, I went to the shop in London. It's called Cotswold Outdoor, and I went to the store on Piccadilly. I think the address is 23 to 26 Piccadilly, W1 JODJ, if you want to have a look at, on maps or something, if you want to visit that or something. So they allow you to go in and personally have a look at the torch, and even let you open the box and have a little bit play around in the shop, which I really like, because you can't do that on the internet, and though internet shopping is convenient, I still like to physically touch things and assess them. Because then if I don't like it, I can just leave it in the shop. Whereas if I buy something over the internet, I have to return it, and it's a huge hassle going to the post office, or because that's the cheapest option, or if I really can't go out of the house because I'm unwell, because I do have mobility problems, then I have to get a courier to come to the house, and that just increases the cost, and I have to pay for it. The company will not pay for me to return the item to them, so it just gets a huge hassle. And I hate hassles. I like simplicity. So, yeah, back to positive, positive things. So yeah, I went for this LED lenser. I'm not really sure because some companies pronounce their names differently. I don't really know how to pronounce this either. But whichever the one it is, I'm sure you know. It's the L7 from the lightweight series. So the specifications are down the side here, and I'll just read them out to you. First of all, output is 115 lumens, which is pretty good for me as far as I'm concerned. Distance of throw is 225 meters. I believe this means that it lasts for 42 hours on one set of batteries, which it takes 3 AAA batteries. 1 meter shock resistant, pretty good because I drop a lot of things and I don't like damaging them and having to replace them, and 142 grams in terms of weight on its own, with the batteries, I believe. Features, it has a high-end power LED, hard gold-plated contacts, reflector lens, splash-proof housing, battery cartridge, and an advanced focus system with turning focus function. It says their energy tank is LED is a high-end power LED, 3 AAA batteries, energy tank 5.4 watts per hour, watt hour actually, not per hour, watt hour. The length is 133 millimeters and the weight is 142 grams. In the box is included 2 sets of batteries, a manual and a lanyard. Now this L7 does not come with a pouch. The other ones actually do come with a pouch, but I actually liked this one out of them all, and so I had to give up the pouch feature, unfortunately. I would really have loved a pouch, but I'm sure I probably just go and scrambling my words, but I'll probably go and buy a Maxpedition pouch to put that in onto my belt. So okay, go ahead and open this. I did open this at the shop to have a look at. So yeah, so this is the flashlight, and it does come with a lanyard, not a very big lanyard unfortunately, but it's a small enough lanyard, and I'll probably put an S-biner onto this and attach it to a slightly longer lanyard. So it comes with a spare change of batteries, and as mentioned, it actually does come with the batteries. I did not put them in. In the box the flashlight actually has its own batteries in it. So when you buy it, you will get a flashlight with flashlight that's not focusing. You will get a flashlight with a set of batteries already in, and a spare set of batteries, which is very unique because not many manufacturers give you even one change of batteries. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So there we go. I think having a spare set of batteries is a really good thing. So yeah, it says LED Lenser L7 and the dot, I think that's the serial number there. On the other side there's nothing there, so maybe I think you can take it into an inscriber and have it personalized, or if you're going to give it a gift, maybe you can have something laser engraved on there. The second thing I love about this is that it's a push button operation. It's not a turning operation like my Maglite or my Surefire. For me, because generally one of my hands, usually my right side is, I have crutches, so I generally use crutches on both hands, but more often than not, I always have a crutch in my right hand on a good day. So, but on a bad day, I will have to compensate and have one on my left. So generally on a good day, one of my hands is always occupied, which is my right hand, and that's always occupied with a crutch. So that leaves my left hand as my user hand to do pretty much everything, because if I let go of the crutch, I tend to go down really. So the crutch is necessary there to compensate for my leg. So this flashlight has a button on, so it's momentary. If you press it, it's momentary on, momentary off, or if you really press it down, it's on, permanent off, permanent on, permanent off. And you can actually do it with your finger, and the reason I was doing, you can actually just hold it like this and just click it on with your finger and then bring it to bear wherever you want, or I think that's the easiest option, because I can't really do. I can do momentary on and momentary off with my thumb, but I don't have the power to push it into on and off, so I have to use my finger. The way you adjust the beam, so we'll switch it on. So first of all, it turns in flood, and then you can turn it to spot beam. And you just turn the head clockwise, and you keep turning, and then that's the smallest dot it comes to. And if you turn it back then anti-clockwise, it starts to turn to the flood. Now I used this around my room last night, and it was brilliant. It lit up the entire wall, so that was actually pretty fantastic. So, and it also has sort of the lens here is concave, I think. Yeah, concave. So it follows the contours of the light. It's not flush. It's actually indented there. As you can see, my small finger going in. It's actually indented. So the reflector system is sort of, I think it'll probably be patented, and it's a really good reflector. So changing the batteries, it's the back here. You hold it and turn it counterclockwise, and this is one thing I really loved about it, is that the battery housing is actually screwed to the tail. So there are some O-rings on here. There's an O-ring just here, if you can see. I apologize that my camera is it's on its own today. It's not going to agree with me. It's going to do whatever it feels like. So yeah, if it's just focusing now, so you can see the O-ring there. That's the black O-ring, and there is no O-ring on the inside of this, so there is only one O-ring there. That's the body. And then what you can do is that you can actually unscrew the cap off, so you are then left with the battery housing, and it takes 3 AAA batteries, so one there, and one there. Now the one thing I really liked about this is, say if you are out in the field and you want to change a battery, what you can do is, because if you have this attached to your lanyard, you're not going to drop it, especially if your hands are cold. So you can unscrew this, put this in your pocket, and then you can go ahead and change your batteries. Now, in a lot of flashlights that some I have seen, this, when you open it, so this will just be connected to the body. So when you open it, this falls out. Then what do you do? Then you need sort of you have 3 things in your hand then, and number 4 as well, the extra change of batteries. So what do you do if you're out in the field? You know, you have to juggle, you put things down on the floor, then it gets really messy. So I really like the idea. I think this is a very good thought out. See, I drop things. So yeah, I think this is a really good idea that it's connected, because then you can have your lanyard to this connected to your belt, and always secure your equipment, never just throw it about. I don't agree with that. So this is secured, so you can actually change, you can pop these out and put fresh new ones in. And simple change, AAA batteries available pretty much everywhere, train stations, airports, garages, anywhere. Back-end shops in the middle of the outback in Australia probably. Small garage shops in the outback or somewhere. I'm sure pretty much anywhere you go you can find AA and AAA batteries, and your flashlight will be ready to go. So this is the P7 flashlight from LED Lenser, and I really enjoy this. I used it quite a lot last night. Had a look at it to see its features and so on, and I really liked it. And I really love the fact that it's not really heavy, and it takes AA batteries, has a very good output, and it has a click momentary on, momentary off, or on-off switch, positive on, positive off, negative off. Yeah, it fits quite well in my hands. Show you. That's that in my hand, and I can do momentary on, momentary off very easily, but because I don't have the power, so I have to angle it around and use my finger to do the on-off function. Yeah, I really like this flashlight. So thank you for the recommendation, and I think you know who you are. Yeah, so I'm going to start using this, and I'll probably do a further review in a couple of months' time to say how long the batteries did actually last me, and if I find any flaws with it or something. Yeah, so that was an unboxing of the LED Lenser L7, and if you want to try it out, pop into a shop like Cotswold if you live in England, or somewhere else. Might have to Google where they sell it. Go and have a try, and I'm pretty sure that you will like it, because I really do like it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak with you soon. Bye.